go. Alright, let me put this up. Let me unmute there.
Right? Hi! Hi! How's it going?
Hi!
My microphone didn't pick up my first hi.
No, it didn't. the first word I got from you was wait.
Yep. How's it going, everyone?
Alright.
You're gonna share your screen with me so I can see it in real time?
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that thing!
That thing.
That thing.
That thing. Can I just do that?
Can you do that?
Oh, hey, cool. I didn't know I could do that. Nice.
Pop that up.
How's game and everything?
That's a good question. How does everything sound?
Ba 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 ba.
There you go. I got everything all set up on my side. Everything's good to go for me.
Let me bring it up so I can hear it too. I think it sounds fine. Everything seems like it. Boop.
I'm gonna get everything all set up on my side to make sure that we have a proper. In case someone decides their brain doesn't want to work.
Yeah. Who would that be? Fire.
Good question.
It's Sam. Oh yeah, I forgot it.
Sam.
I forgot it. I saved right on this dialogue. How convenient. How convenient.
That is very convenient, yeah.
Yeah. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Yo, Edgy. Yeah? The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions. You're fired. And then he bows. Thank you for the news. Okay. Well. Normally this is where the prosecution calls forth a witness. But, this isn't easy to say. You see, there is some concern that you, Edgy, may have struck a bargain.
Bargain, you say?
Bargain? You think I may have manipulated the witnesses. I didn't say that. It's just, you see, did you? Everyone has been talking, and... Very well. I have a solution. Yeah? That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses. Wait, what? But there's no precedent for what you're proposing. Undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses. Well, Mr. A, what do you say? Unbelievable. Edgy has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts the proposal. I call the judge to the stand. And it's settled.
Let's testify before the judge.
Yeah. The defense may now call forth the next witness. Right? You do realize this is your last chance. If you call the wrong witness, this trial is as good as over. The defense calls... Time... hold up. Time's finally come to bring out the real murderer. Well, it's Gant. Should I call the dead guy to the stand?
Totally call the dead guys to the stand.
Yeah, no. Everybody here, it's Gant.
Oh yeah, no question about that.
Yeah. Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand. What? Gant? What does he have to do with anything? He did it. As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Haha, wouldn't you agree, Your Honor? True. Alright, bailiff, grab Gant, I guess. Look at him.
He looks like he has those eyes where he's playing innocent, but he knows for a fact he is guilty as fuck.
Oh yeah, he's good at playing dumb. Good poker face. I love that animation of him specifically.
No. So here's the thing. It's the yeah. I know I did it, but everyone knows.
Yeah.
That they're not gonna do anything to me. They can't do. He has all the power. He has all the cards.
I'm untouchable.
Yeah, it's the I'm untouchable. Everyone knows it, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it.
Right, throw the book at him. What is this, some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. Your name and occupation, sir. Worthy, are you sure you want to do this? I didn't call you. Your name and occupation.
Condescending, that's the look.
Yeah, it is. So, you want to play hardball, huh? Please, Mr. Gant, spare us. Never mind, you can go. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant. The court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto. What's with the grim face? First, let's clear up this incident. Do you want to do a Gant? Can you do a Gant?
I don't think I have a voice deep enough to do that.
Alright. Oh, you mean that time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. There are still some things unaccounted for. Oh, like what? Like the role you played in all of this. Son, either you're very brave or very foolish.
He totally has like a foghorn leghorn voice, by the way.
I can't do a foghorn. Yeah, I say son. Maybe I can. You are aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. I don't know. I don't think it fits him.
I mean, to be fair, you gotta go much deeper. Like, I'm talking about like a deep southern accent.
Sure, take my testimony, for example. I say I don't have to give it if I don't want to. It's probably as deep as I can go.
That's fair.
Is that true? I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify. Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks. Love that his music stopped. Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you. Don't say I didn't warn you. Very well, testimony. Alright, Gant. As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery. Is that when Dark was arrested? Him. He was lying on the floor unconscious. Because Emma's a murderer. When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Doc bumped his head. I see. Everything seems pretty clear-cut. If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, I better hit him hard and fast. Just press and press.
Really quick, what does that book you got at the end of last stream say?
Hold up. I can't check. Alright, the book. Right, I didn't check that. I did kind of forget about that, so thank you. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. Oh, is that it? Oh.
That's it. No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
2 rules.
Alright, I was expecting like 4 pages. So no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Unregistered. I'll check back when I forget. Not if. Alright, so... As I recall, a ceremony was held at the department that day. Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. After winning his award, Neil was all fired up too. That's probably what spooked Dark and made him run away like that. Was the defendant Lana Skye also present? I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Dark ran for it. So the 2 of you ran immediately after him, right? That's right, but Dark made it to the elevator first. So Neil and I split up. He went upstairs and I went downstairs, I guess you could say. He got lucky. What's this about a power outage? Oh, that. The elevator stopped all of a sudden and I got the shock of my life. Probably not as shocked as Neil when that knife went into his heart, though. Ah, he's dead. That's not funny. A psychopath. Could you tell us what you saw? It was a shocking sight.
Welcome to stream.
Yo, you're here. How did your activities go? Neil and that serial killer were lying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together. Dark was also lying collapsed on the floor. Or Dark was also lying collapsed? Yeah, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. Next to them were those 2 poor girls, Lana and Emma. Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done.
I'm here. Hi.
Yeah, he's audible. What's wrong with you? Doing extraordinary well? That's good.
I mean, I'm audible if I talk, yeah.
Generally. How can you know that? Because of the victim's body, it had already been moved. So that means... You found the body near Lana's desk? That's right. No, I'm right. I think you said earlier it was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor. Yeah. Anyway.
Doubt.
So you're saying that the forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office? That's exactly what I'm saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt, but moving the body and hiding evidence are inexcusable no matter what the circumstances. Is that how it really went down? Staring at the witness won't do any good, right? It has in the past. Objection. If you're gonna stare at anything, you'd be better off staring at the court record. Worthy, always a smooth talker. But which piece of evidence ties Gant to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence, but that can't be the whole truth. Somehow I've got to link Gant to the incident. Okay, so the last statement. There we go, and then... I think it's... Oh no, that has Emma's. Poop, poop, poop. Does this have anything? No, I'm pretty sure I'm done with the, this set of files.
Yeah, there's only one thing that makes sense to me.
And that would be...
You're the one playing the game, not me.
Are you sure about that?
Hey, I'm here to provide witty commentary, provoke you, and occasionally help you out.
Well, I don't think it's the book. It's not... Well, it might be the piece of cloth, because it was in his safe.
Wasn't there something else in the safe, though?
The only other thing in his safe was the vase. The vase piece. So... I guess the vase?
I mean, those are the only two things I can think of, yeah.
Hmm. Hey, music stop. That's a good sign. Generally. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery. But I'm afraid that's a claim you cannot back up. Explain yourself. Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Because we broke in. Wait. No, I mean... Take this jar for example.
Let's see if he actually says that.
That's that blue badger you showed us earlier. A piece of this jar was discovered in your safe. By who? Anyways, not only that, but the evidence list I presented earlier was actually found inside your desk. It was found where? You see, Chief Gant. These articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the legal investigation. Chief Gant, what's the meaning of this? What'd you call him? He's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy. So you admit it, then, that you were involved in the forgery? Me? What do you mean, you? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that? Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence. Feel like that book's gonna come in handy. Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do so too. Isn't that right, Righto? Thank you, Miles. However, Gumshoe was present during the investigation. Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment. What?
Thank you.
Oh, I don't have it.
Ow.
You okay?
Yeah, just popping my knuckles. One of them popped really hard.
I heard. That didn't sound enjoyable. Where is my... There it is. Boop. Okay,
I didn't hear it.
The time has passed. What?
Oh. I'm not hearing sound effects right now.
Well, that's because I didn't do anything.
Nani? Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Did you hear it now?
No.
Alright, then I gotta fix that too. Boop. Voice and video. I don't know why it's attached to that.
Nani? Nani?
There you go. Alright. Fixed. If Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office, and the relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My, kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together.
I need water. Gotta grab water.
Nah, knee. Alright, have fun. Let's see, what was it now? A jaw fragment? Wow, that was fast.
I had a bottle up in my room.
I see. So do I.
I opened one.
I have a few.
Yeah.
A jaw fragment and a list. For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Dark was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way. When investigating the crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. You do understand them, cheap police, right? There will be consequences.
You fool!
Indeed, I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today as well. You know. Alright, Hachi. In return, though. I know.
He just took off one netter.
That place, right? Yeah, I know. His freaking name for judge is...
Hachi.
outstanding. What are these guys, telepathic? I know what I said.
Okay, okay. It's bad to say. It's similar to whenever I say something like that, it's similar to a scene in Psych where Sean, the main character, gets called prophetic, and he doesn't know what that means, so he says, "What? You're prophetic," because he thinks pathetic. Yeah.
It's hilarious. I love it.
I thought you were gonna go with the I've heard it both ways thing.
I've heard it both ways. I have heard it both ways. I love that song. For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Right.
You can press these.
Hold it! I don't own any plants! I'd appreciate it if you'd stop making these ridiculous allegations. Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that. What? I'll have you know, I have plenty of guts.
Phoenix!
Back in the day, I once...
Idiots!
I'll have you know, back in the day, I once broke into a cattle ranch and tipped... Mr. Wright? What are you saying? Anyway, you can't prove you didn't carry in evidence, can you? If you have proof to the contrary, you're going to need it later. Later? What are you talking about? God, I love Phoenix. I want him to continue. The shades that's being thrown around. Yeah, it's pretty great. What else? I'm talking about when Raito's prints are found. Yes, if they're found inside my safe, they would prove his investigation was quite illegal. I've never faced anyone as slimy as this guy. There's a lot of slime. Yeah. Von Karma was slimy. Boy, was he slimy. A lot of slime.
Sure he was.
He's like one of the winners of a Nickelodeon game show. There's so much slime on that guy. What do you mean by that? This is all purely hypothetical, of course. But suppose I did place those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery. Shut up!
Shut up!
If concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery... I'm not through speaking yet, Righto. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered. Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation? Gant definitely did it. It would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed in the evidence list. For all we know, it could have suddenly materialized the day after Dark was sentenced. Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient? The chief is talking about a possibility, so long as you can't rule that out. Your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time. Tell me something I don't know. Come on, Righto. Think about it.
Gant is just not, like, no, he's the person, like, you know he clearly did it, but he's acting like he didn't do it.
Yeah. It's because he has power. He seems so cool and nice.
It says, carry big stick, but walk softly.
Yeah, pretty much. How can you look me in the eye and say that?
And, at the present moment, he has the biggest stick.
Because I'm innocent. Remember? Who was it that murdered Neil?
That face does not look like a happy one.
No.
That was not a kind face.
No. I'm not sure I care for the word murder here. But in the end, the person responsible for Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Skye. Well, now do you see? Wouldn't help me out in any way. Really, Gant? At the very least, there is one very large benefit you've reaped from all this. Oh? I wasn't aware. What is this benefit? That would, of course, be the position you have. Chief of Police. The resolution of the incident secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. Hey, Esteem's back. Oh, that's a good one. What? Do you really think I'm that incompetent? Yes. What do you mean? Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SO9 merely sped up the inevitable a little. That true, Edgy? Yeah, he was gonna be made chief anyway.
You what?
Be careful when pointing that finger, you might wind up being the one pointed at. So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. His music's going.
Yep.
Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I. There, it's out in the open now. Oh gee, would you mind if I change my testimony a little? By all means, please do. Wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me. Nothing in it for you. Sorry, but the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, you'd better think again. You're right, you don't feel sorry for anyone. Correct! Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised. You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though. Merry Christmas again. That's a good one, Worthy. Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, would he have helped someone out? An accomplice? I don't think so, but it's giving me the choice. So, there'd have to be. I just don't know who. True, you might not help out anyone for their sake, but if it would benefit you, you might decide to assist someone. It appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand. That's not what I mean. No.
Judge is so dense!
Very well then. Who is this person you believe Gant may have helped forge evidence? Okay, not Meekins. It's not Meekins. Not Mike.
No.
Probably not Marshall. Not the dead man. Maybe Gant helped himself. Not Gumshoe. Not Lana or Emma, so I guess the only one would be Angel.
Why? Why you're saying Angel?
Just because process of elimination, the only other one that might be smidgen is Marshall. Though...
Are you sure there's no one else at all who would make sense?
Lana?
Think about the case.
Lana. Oh, actually...
What benefit would Gant have in helping out someone else? Like, think about how the SR incident turned out and the repercussions afterwards. What happened to everyone after the incident?
Angel got fired. Marshall got demoted. I don't really remember what happened to Bruce after.
Well, he's kind of dead.
Yeah, I know. But I didn't know if... I was... My cogs are working. It's not Gumshoe. Lana got promoted. Is it simple? It's Lana, then.
Is it?
Lana Sky, the defendant. See, Will playing mind games with me does not help. It doesn't help. Ever.
I'm making you think! I'm having you play the game the way it's supposed to be played!
I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Sky fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister Lana? And as for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit. Self-profit? What do you mean? After that incident was resolved, Lana was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief. But how would he profit from all of this? He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially. Hold on, Miles is lagging. There we go. He would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. Do you mean to tell me that, despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? Oh, wait. You mean puppet as in someone forced to do his bidding? Right. Never mind.
The judge is an idiot! I love him!
Anyway, admit it, Chief. Yes.
I can't wait for the time when the judge is put on stand.
Oh my god. Please. I need him to be. I need him.
Maybe in a future game.
Please. God. You assisted Lana Sky in forging evidence. Your motive, to appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her. Right, oh my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something. What? Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing? She's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant. I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless that is also what happened in this incident. This incident? Which one would that be? Of course I'm talking about the current dead man. The murder of Bruce Goodman. Chief Prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. Ah, like one of them puppets, right? I'm caught up. Yes, Judge. Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. You can't just threaten somebody like this in the middle of court. Just
No,
what he
you really
means.
can't. Even in Japan.
No. What he means, Your Honor, is that Gant is involved in the murder of Goodman. Not only that, but the chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. What? What?
What?
What?
Nani? You what? What the?
Nani?
Nani? Nani?
You can't be serious, huh? This is an affront to the highest-ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder? That's... impossible. Unbiased, huh? I was really reiterating what Edgy said in easier-to-understand language, because you were an idiot. It's too late, right? There's no turning back for us now. It looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this. Can you prove this right? That the chief, a high-ranking officer of law, is involved in this murder? Good question. Regardless of his rank or title, Kant is just a man. Question is he a criminal man? I believe the evidence will tell. I see. Alright then. Let's see what Wright's got. It better be good. Oh, it won't. Show us this evidence that ties Gant to the murder of Goodman. Alright, so, let's see. I don't think there's anything in here that would do it. No. Judge shouldn't even be doing this case since it has his friend as one of the suspects now. True. That's true. But we are on the last day, so I guess I can't really do anything about that. Goodman's note. Cell phone. Shoe. Well, we do know, it's not on there yet, but we do know that, all sevens is him, so it would probably be that. That's like my first...
There was also 20 minutes before everything else happened on that day, and that was on the exact same day.
Yeah. So it's probably that. Has the lost item report come up yet? I don't even know. Yeah, I think it's the, ID card record. This is the ID card list. Yep, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. All sevens. Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number. It's your number. What? How do you know that? The safe in Gant's office... the safe in Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code. 7 digits? You don't mean... I'm afraid so. The code was all sevens. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant. Oh, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. Look how mad he is. I'm going to get killed. Alzheimer's like me. Maybe. Can't. What do you have to say? Nothing. The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations. And I'll demand right be punished to the max extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card. Seven numbers is hard to remember. All sevens make sense, I guess. But you should just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Easier.
Or you find combinations of numbers that resonate with you.
Yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's the same number that I have on my luggage. You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime? What about it? I'm chief of police. I can go anywhere I want, whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom. What's the difference? Are you saying you go to the bathroom in the evidence room? I can go anywhere I want. Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room.
There's no way he's not from Texas. He's totally from Texas, dude.
I don't know. I kinda don't see it still, but...
Like, not the same area of Texas as, Marshall, but, like, the business sort of Texas. He's a Texas businessman.
Texas businessman. He doesn't have a
Yeah.
mullet. He needs a mullet.
I wasn't aware that Texas businessmen had mullets.
They do. You haven't heard?
No?
Well, you're truly not Southern enough.
You're right, I'm very Southern.
Just go back to your green Walmarts. Which I still think is hilarious.
Are you
Goodman...
talking about the neighborhood Walmart?
Yeah, green Walmart. Those are weird.
I've actually never stepped inside of one.
How?
Because we have two other ones.
And they're better, but...
Yeah, because they are Walmarts, not, like, grocery stores.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
The neighborhood we're in is just a grocery store.
We've never seen green Walmarts anywhere but Georgia, just saying. They're
That's
weird.
weird.
They're weird.
Why do they exist?
I don't know.
Me neither.
Goodman wouldn't that make them Walgreens? Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he? Green Walmarts? They're Walmarts that specifically deal in food. They're a grocery store.
Yeah, it's just a grocery store. Like, there's nothing else there. You get like the stuff you use to make food.
Also, they're spelled neighborhood Walmarts without a U.
Well, yes, because America, but
There's no but. Yeah, they're weird. They're weird.
yeah, just Google it. I guarantee it exists. There's one in my city.
Yeah, you could probably find it. Of course not. Why would he be? I haven't seen him in days. You hadn't seen him in days? Chief Gant, I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. Georgia's like its own country, bunch of freaks. Yeah, that's pretty fair. What do you...
Yeah, it is from Alabama.
Yeah, no kidding. God. You're close, but...
No. Alabama has some other stuff going on that isn't wholesome, isn't savory.
No. No, it's savory to some.
I have no clue what you're referring to.
Then I guess I have no clue what you're referring to. I'm talking about people that are in the wrong. It's savory to... Never mind. This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt, not talk about Alabama. No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Cat met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting? In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm gonna have to ask you for evidence. Shows proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime. Alright, proof that they met.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
The ID card record. No, well... No. Not the ID card record. The screwdriver. Oh, the lost item report. Yeah, that would make sense. Let me just see what else. Yeah, no, it's gotta be the, it's gotta be Goodman's report. Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So, Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the Chief of Police. That's you! Yet you are in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure if he filed it. He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. He needed to? Yep. To transfer the evidence out. Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. It was the best choice. Then you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. I accompanied him? There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room. Hold on. Let me guess what you're going to say next. I, the Chief of Police, murdered poor Goodman. Confession. Your Honor, he just confessed. Exactly. But wait, the Chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card. Yes. Now that you mention it, Judge, whose side are you on? I believe I might have done something of the sort. Now that you mention it? Come on! Sorry, but that's not possible. Huh? According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Goodman, it would have been found on his body. Nani? Oh my god. Is he okay?
He got electrocuted!
Judge, get an ambulance! Can't.
You can say that he was shocked!
Is Edgy helping us? Because Edgy likes the truth. Justice. The American way in Japan.
Also, Gantz kind of screwed Edgy over, and we kind of didn't help this, in, like, how the Elsanon incident worked out in the end. We kind of, like, proved someone else did it.
Yeah.
So, we're trying to help everyone. We're trying to fix things, basically.
Everybody gets helped, except Emma. She's kind of screwed, but everybody else gets helped.
Well, and Gantz.
Yeah, and Gant. The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. You're kind of an idiot. Wait, no. That one.
Wrong button.
No.
There you go, you found it.
Yeah. First try. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Goodman's body, of course. What even is a stream? Who knows? You're forgetting, right? I really can't wait to get to the next game. That the victim's body was discovered in the office's parking lot. How did you manage to move it there? I was at the department the entire day, you know. And everyone's aware that Alana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. So you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Not exactly. I put it together. I think. Probably. Hey, you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the office. And all this time, I thought it was a useless coup just taking up space.
And what is this useless coup?
How could the chief have moved the body? Right, show us evidence. To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used my badge! Right, so... The shoe. The screwdriver. The fingerprint set. Glove. Evidence locker. There are two things. I probably already passed it. So it's nothing on this page. Used to move it? I mean... I can probably present either of these, because... I'm thinking he just shoved the body into Edgy's car, and these were both there too, so... Actually, it's probably Edward's knife, because that was in... No, it's not there. You said one of them? Did I? I don't remember what I said. Badge?
I mean, what else has been useless here? Surely there have been other things that have been useless.
Oh, the parking sub. Probably. That was useless. I don't have anything on
I've not been here for the entire case. Have you used the parking stub at all?
I don't think so. You gotta remember, this is weekly.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, true. Move the body, not kill. So probably the parking sub, I think. Well, that's parking in the prosecutor's office. Maybe that was in the first case. I could be wrong about that. I don't remember if I used that. I guess I could try. I could probably risk a hit.
Yeah, I probably could.
Parking sub. This is how he moved Goodman's body. A parking sub? Miles Edgeworth. You mean... The body was found in the trunk of Edgy's car. So what was the other thing?
The screwdriver?
It was a screwdriver. I'm so mad. I think it's obvious what happened. The body was moved by that car. But yeah. I was thinking a little more in-depth of the how it was moved. Like
we're going to figure out, I imagine,
probably
how this all happened.
Like for example, my very first thought was like, how did I move the body? It's like I'm thinking that what did I stuff the body in so that I could bring it to the car? And I'm like, wait, I don't have anything like that. That's a little too on the nose. No.
Yeah.
Overthinking it. You mean I carried the victim's body? Precisely so. Wait. Even you know I didn't plan on returning to my office after the ceremony finished that day. But you did return. Tell me, why? I was asked to go by Chief Gant to get this trophy. He told me he wanted to keep... Oh, right, the screwdriver. He wanted me to keep it here in the office. He got the trophy at the... Yeah. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. I did kind of completely forget about the screwdriver. So you see, what you were really taking to the office wasn't the screwdriver, but the victim's body in your trunk. And the screwdriver. Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Edgeworth's car. Yep. Unless, of course, you have another explanation, Chief. You want to get shocked again? Why else would you have asked Edgy to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation.
Sploosh.
That is it. That's the explanation.
Sploosh.
I got my cool tiki mug today.
Ew.
Yeah. There's only one plausible explanation. That my controller is broken. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Sky.
Sploosh.
I got this from a fencing tournament. It had a smoothie in it. Some kind of mango smoothie in it. It was really good. Order, what's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations? No! Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It's a photo of the body being taken from the trunk. Gant, please say something. I believe... Your time's up. My time's up? And he just pulls a gun. Sorry, Rido, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We have to get going if we're to make it in time for the early bird special. That... Your lunch doesn't matter.
I'm sure this is more important.
But the cross-exam isn't finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal, even lunch! Weapons? Like the right to refuse to testify. Book! I'm invoking that right now. That's not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. So you're gonna just run away after all this? Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy. I stabbed old Goodman, that's what you're saying, right? You've confessed again! But if you had any conclusive evidence, you would have presented it by now. What? You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damon Gant is the current chief of police. We're all going to get fired. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright? Yeah. Do you have any concrete proof? Proof that Gant murdered Goodman and made Miss Sky dispose of his body. Do I have any concrete proof? Probably. I just don't know what. I can't let him just squirm his way out of this. I've got to keep the pressure on. Yes, Your Honor, I do have such evidence. It's this book. What is your sighing? You concern me.
It's nothing, don't worry about it.
Will?
It's dumb things.
Is it? Okay. I guess. Please hurry up and present it. Just remember, it better prove Gant murdered Goodman beyond a shadow of a doubt. God, I have 3 pages worth of stuff. Alright. Prove that Chief Gant murdered Goodman beyond a shadow of a doubt. No, never mind. Because that was moved 2 years ago. So, that doesn't count. Don't... It might be the knife, but I don't think so. No. Switchblade knife, ID card, screwdriver again. Lost item port, rubber glove. Here's a question. Is it something that I've already used before?
No.
No.
Maybe? No, I'm gonna go with no.
Okay. Attorney's badge. Okay. So, haven't used the badge. I've used the ID. I'm pretty sure I used the trophy. Pretty sure I used the knife. Used the stub.
All I'm gonna say is that the game is being very mean at this point. Like,
Is it?
incredibly mean.
Is it? Oh, that sucks. Alright. I'm thinking about the Blue Badger panel. I don't know if I actually, like, ever used this.
I think you have.
I want to say I used it during Marshall. But I could be wrong. It's not the autopsy report. I use that. I use Goodman's note? Did I use Goodman's note? Yeah, I 90% sure. I used cell phone. Used the floor plans. Crime photo. Shoe. Switchblade. These don't really count. The ID card record. Technically I didn't use the screwdriver, but technically I did. I did use that. Evidence room floor plans.
Like, I am debating on actually giving you the answer to this question just because of how mean it is.
If you can think of a hint, then go for it. Rubber glove, I've used. Okay, here. Here's a good. I can allow this probably. What page is it on? Because I have 3 pages.
It is on a page you've already visited.
No, just 1, 2, or 3. That narrows it down by a lot.
I cannot answer that.
God dang it. Alright. Is there no evidence? Because it did give me that choice. Well, you said it's on a page I've been through.
So, I mean, maybe it is that there's no evidence. Like, do you have anything that, like, 100% proves that he did it?
Not that I can think of, unless it's super big brain.
I mean, if it's something that, like, just straight up doesn't prove. Like, it has to, without a shadow of a doubt, prove that he did it. Do you have anything like that here?
I don't think so.
So can you go back? You can take a hit. You've not taken a hit yet.
I can't go back. Well, if I want to, if I'm gonna take a hit, yeah, because nothing. I have to present something. I can't just be like, never mind. So if I'm gonna present something,
be silly about it. Why not?
Fine. So what exactly is this evidence? It's proof as to whether or not it's enough to demonstrate the chief's guilt. I'll let you be the judge. But I am the judge. Oh, right. Well, what do you think? What I think is I'm going to be late for lunch. Guess it wasn't enough. Please, Your Honor, give me just a little longer to consider. I'll say it again, right? Against the current chief. If you don't have anything, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so it just brings me back to saying yes or no. So, I have no proof yet, probably. I think.
Why not try it?
Judge just takes your badge away. It's no use showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor, at present, I have no conclusive evidence. COG. In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief. Nani? Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, Righto. Seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Edgy. I'll leave the rest to you. He faded away!
He walked away.
He faded. He didn't walk. I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to a senior officer in our nation's law enforcement agency. Don't do it. Thanks, Edgy. Thanks, Edgy. Lady Luck, huh? Maybe we should have a word with her. Edgy, what do you mean? I call Lady Luck to the stand. You can't... There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony. A lady who knows the truth, another witness. In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. But Gant has invoked his right to refuse to testify. There's still someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial. Someone right in this very room. Is it Lana? It's probably Lana. Is it Lana? Edgy,
It's
who
Lana?
is this
Do you
person?
think it's Lana?
I think it's Lana. Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling witnesses today. Right. Right. Does such a witness exist? She may not be willing to tell the truth, but we can't just stop now. Defense calls forth Emma! It also helps that there are only 3 women. Alright, Lana. The defendant, Lana? She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 on February 21st. Her task, to dispose of the victim's body. And to kill my controller. A double murder.
Wow. A double homicide.
Oh. In accordance with a certain someone's orders. Edgy. Prosecution has no objections. Okay, court will now take its final recess. In 15 minutes, we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. The court is now in... Hold on. What? God dang it, Gant. I thought you were going to eat. About that. Listen good, Lana. You can't just come back in here from your lunch
Use the
appointment
cheaper please you can.
and freaking threaten Lana, your puppet. I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. Threats! In front of everybody. You're gonna murder this lady. That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder. This isn't good. Gant, remember how you said you wouldn't blackmail someone?
This is blackmail!
This is sort of blackmail, just a little bit of blackmail.
To be fair, what he's saying technically isn't wrong.
True,
Cause like,
but this mail is pretty dark.
if Grant is proven guilty for this, it does mean that Emma is guilty for killing him, the other Marshall.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole implication of this trial right here.
God,
So,
I hate
like,
him.
there's a lot of pressure on Nana.
Yeah. God, she's faint. What happened to my controller? No, it's the cord. The cord is, wonky. It has to be in a certain position to actually register that it's connected.
Sounds like you need a new cord.
For example, I have to turn it upside down if I want to charge it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Of course you'd never support such outrageous claims anyway, right? Just something to think about. Alright then. Off to have ramen or something. I've got a lunch date to meet.
It probably is ramen.
I've got a lunch date to meet. Is he hot?
Smoking.
Okay, if there aren't any other objections, court's now in recess. Go play on the jungle
court isn't
gyms.
recess. I'm gonna grab a snack.
Alright. Have fun. You should go on the slide, too. Play some Jenga. I think he left already. Looks like we managed to stay in the game. Yeah, thanks for your help, Edgeworth. Chief, he's something else, eh, pals? Gumshoe! I'm not a detective anymore. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry, I've already decided where to work now. At your office.
You what?
My office? Sure! I'll take the place of that top-knotted girl you used to work with. I don't think you could fill her shoes. Almost done with this page. I'm assuming I'm super close to being done. I'm only at an hour. Could you mean Maya? Still, looks like we're all out of moves now. Gant's done it again. How is it he always gets the upper hand because he has power? It's not fair he has the right to refuse to testify. Of course I'm close. What are you talking about? You're stupid. Settle down, right? Remember what the judge said? I'm finishing today. There's no way. This is the final thing. Oh my god. Ugh. I'm dying. But Chief, that is not a right to be casually invoked. It's your risks. What do you mean by that? It's simple. If the Chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. You mean he forfeits his right to say anything too? Emma! You're alive. Are you okay? Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. I've been listening to the trial from the gallery. So she heard everything that's been going on. Emma, I'm sorry for what I said before. No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow relieved. Relieved? Yeah.
I've returned.
Look! Look who it is, Will!
Ah, it's Emma!
It's Emma!
That's Emma!
She woke up. She's fine.
She's cutie.
And not in jail yet. Now I finally know what really happened. To think that all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by the terrible man. And still is!
I have snack and drink now.
Ah. What do you got?
I got pumpkin muffins.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
And she did it all just to protect me.
Hot.
Is it perchance hot?
Nah, ice cold.
What do you got, tea?
No, the muffins. I put them
Oh,
in,
the
I knew them for like half a minute.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I assumed it was a drink. Ever since her appointment as prosecutor, everyone who knew her said she changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her. What do you mean? What do you think I mean?
There's a fair amount to this last page.
Is there?
Oh, yeah.
Surely
Like, you can finish it this stream.
Okay.
You can definitely finish it this
I
stream.
was about to say, surely I can finish today.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
There's no
No
way.
question about it.
Alright, I'm curious to see how deep this rabbit hole goes with Lana. What do you think I mean, to follow Chief Gant's orders? She must have shut herself up deep inside, to force herself to do anything and everything the Chief told her to do.
Shut up!
That must be why she became so cold. It was all my fault. It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall. Hey, don't go blaming yourself now. If you want to blame anyone, blame society, pal.
We live in a society.
We live in a society. My thoughts on society.
Why must you fail me so often?
Precisely.
Ah,
That's a big move.
yeah, it is. Kent may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor. I see. Well, we better get back. It's time for the final act. Mom's gonna have a grand time with the rest
Oh,
of
yeah,
this.
he definitely is. Like, oh my gosh. I want to catch his streams of Ace Attorney.
Me too. I can't wait.
Also, are you curious what the drink I have is?
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you a hint.
Oh, there was no pouring. I was waiting for the pouring. Ah. There it is.
I had to go
Bepsip.
for last.
Bepsip. Oh, wait, no, you're in the south. It's Coke.
I mean, it is actually cherry Coke, yeah.
Okay, but I would be right on all accounts. Because it's the south.
Yes, it's a cherry Coke.
It's a Coke, regardless. It could have been a Pepsi. It would have been a Coke.
It's never Pepsi with me. Pepsi tastes like iron.
So you're just like Ivy. Okay.
Is that a southern thing?
I know she prefers Coke. I don't know if she thinks Pepsi tastes like iron, but
Oh, okay. Well, to me, that Pepsi has a taste of iron, an aftertaste.
dark pops like mainly Pepsi and Coke. I can drink them, but they going down they hurt. At first. I don't know why.
I can only drink regular Coke if it's cold. If it's warm, it makes me nauseous.
Warm?
By warm, I mean room
like
temperature.
room temperature. Okay, I was
Yeah,
about
if
to
it's
say
a room temperature Coke.
you heating it up?
No, if it's room temperature Coke, it makes me nauseous. I can only drink like regular Coke cold. Cherry Coke, I can drink either way.
I can do any pop any kind of way, really.
Coke is just so sugary, dude.
It's very sugary. So is
Like,
Pepsi. That's probably why they both kill me.
I think Coke is the only soda that I cannot drink at room temperature.
Yeah, if you leave a can of pop in the
Hot soda is disgusting. You're weird.
Yeah,
Shut up.
gonna have to give you that. If you leave it hot in the car, then just put it in the fridge for later.
Or drink it before you leave the car.
I like flat pop. Nobody else in the world does. I like flat pop.
You're weird.
Sometimes I'll just open the pop, root beer or something, and just let it sit there and have it flat. It's
What a weirdo. Oh, both of you.
it's essentially pop juice. It's just juice. It makes it juice. I want juice.
Beset on all sides by idiots.
You count.
Shut up.
You're a juice. You're all juices. Anyways, Emma, why don't you wait? No, I'm going with you. I have to interrogate my sister. I want to be there when Lana tells the truth. Let's go, right? It's time to end this. 2 more hours to go. Yeah, it can't be wasted on wrongful pop talk.
Both of you are wrong.
Maybe.
Like, just objectively wrong.
No. Well, she is, but no. Trial ladder 2. It's a step ladder. Maybe 3 depending on more soda talks. We won't talk about soda, we'll talk about pop.
Now we're gonna talk about Coke. What kinds of Coke? Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, Sprite,
May I interest you in a soda pop?
and a fizzy drink?
Soft drink. Lana, you're the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. Edgy, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years. Please provide the court with testimony, and remember you're under oath. We want to hear the truth. Of course, the truth, even though I'm being blackmailed the second time. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Yeah, that's how that works. Now then, your testimony, if you will. Tell us about your relationship with Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. Sarsaparilla. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. And you're gonna take a while, apparently. I guess it makes sense for her to be a tough nut to crack. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago, all by myself. Every statement has been a lie so far. When I found Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. I guess not necessarily. Crack her open, I'll grab this sledgehammer. Do a heat move on her. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. You sure about this? Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. But Lana, if this is true, then that means Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. What if she's telling the truth? She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Make her scream to the court. Yeah. Where's your oh my when we need it? Hold on.
Out of commission at the moment.
Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself. The defense may now begin cross-exam. Do it! And do it right. With a W. Alright, press everything. How many years? Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, it was 24 then, so that would be 5 years. Wow, you're old. Gant and Skye were legendary partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases. She must have been good, coming from the same school as Mia. Gant was a respectable detective, that's why. No truth to the blackmail. But think about it, Skye. You didn't murder Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. You still don't get it. Do you, Mr. Wright? I'm being blackmailed. Twice! Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip. I stabbed Goodman with a knife. It's technically not wrong. I fabricated the evidence. Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what she said was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. It's not the point. She was traumatized that day all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him. So that's why you fabricated evidence 2 years ago? You say you did this all by yourself. Yep. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? Seems I was the first person to discover the scene. Oh, here's stuff. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? But Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. It's only a situation you dreamed was possible. Lana! The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change that statement. You mean Marshall wound up being killed by Drake? Or Dark, rather. Something like that. If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. That was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. Haha, ha. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up lies with more lies. All just to protect me. So when you found a scene like this, what'd you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Okay, 2 more. You planted the tip of... and then you moved the body? Why does it skip like that sometimes? But why? Why would you do that? You of all people should know, IG. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of the others. Why'd you plan it? Why'd you do that? Come now, Mr. Wright. Even you should be able to figure it out. Let's add this to the testimony. The reason Sky fabricated the knife. So can I go back and get that other thing?
Maybe.
Why did you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deduced it was, by Gant's desk. The body was found by yours.
I should be reading what's up right here, shouldn't I?
Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this. Reason Sky moved the body.
Okay, I see.
Wait, am I swapping between the two? Interesting.
Yes.
Wow. Alright. Pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. Pieces of the jar, you mean? Yeah, that wretched jar you showed us earlier. In order to show that Dark committed the crime, I felt it would be more expedient to move the body. So when you first found the body, the jar was already... Of course, it had been shattered to pieces. If you looked at the crime scene, it would be clear right away what happened.
Controller! There we go.
Yeah.
I knew what was going on.
Like everybody does it by this point. Marshall was dead, and Dark was lying unconscious. In other words, the jar must have been broken during their struggle. What's the matter, Emma? Apparently the jar shattered at the time the crime was committed. But I have a feeling there's more to it than that. Must be a contradiction here somewhere. Anyway, I committed this fabrication completely alone, all by myself. Ha! Just me. So you rearranged the crime scene. You sure you didn't do this to keep Emma from looking like the murderer? How many times do I have to tell you? Emma didn't do it. Period.
It's not adding up.
You so desperate to hide that fact? You're willing to risk the death sentence. She's lying. She did it so I wouldn't be blamed for what happened. In any case, as a prosecutor, what I've done is unpardonable. There's nothing I can do to make up for my actions.
She
My
is
sister's
dead
lying.
inside.
She sure is. Looks like she's determined to protect you to the end. She insists she fabricated evidence by herself. There's no way she could have done it alone. Gotta get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, then she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction.
She already has.
Yeah, in the, probably in the jar one. Her eyes make it look like she's dead inside. She's been dead inside the entire case.
Not just this entire case. For 2 years.
Yeah, for 2 years. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. The forgery at the scene where Neil was murdered? If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. Contradiction? In my testimony?
Hold on a moment, Ian. I'm curious how Sam is confused about this jar thing. And I want to know why you chose the jar as well.
Well, I had some bias with her saying that. I didn't know if she was reading it or something, but it also... It was mostly the bias, but also the jar was the only real thing that really connected to any of her statements. When did the jar break? She mentioned it, and Alzheimer's made me forget when it broke. Yeah, that's fair.
So, Adana's claiming that the jar broke when it fell on top of someone's head. But there's one big contradiction here with that statement.
Phoenix is about to say it. You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right. Do you have a problem with that? It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yeah, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so, and this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. Lana, you're an idiot. He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. I mean, he could have, but it would have been hard.
You wouldn't do that if you're dying, though.
Maybe. You don't know. It would appear more info is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. You may be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the info to arrive at the truth. Very well, witness may now continue. She really doesn't want to.
Yeah, Emma's name was written on the jar. Good luck writing a name in shattered pieces.
Yeah. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. Fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood? I wasn't the prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well, the cross-exam. Go. Alright. See what I can glean from her. So the jar was already broken. It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier. Certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case. But not as feeble as the judge's judgment.
Oh, mental bird!
Man, he should have said that out loud. You
should have.
You were an ace
Trying to
detective.
fight in the courtroom with the judge.
Please! And then it just turns into Tekken.
Yes!
You were an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces? Normally I would have. It's dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. That's... So you didn't know your sister's name was written on the jar? No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and ground them to dust. Jesus. Well, that helps my case. Lana, you do that for me? Seems you two might make up yet. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was. If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase evidence. You must have been in a hurry. I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came. This is rather shocking. Wiped away the blood.
Oh my gosh.
Hello? I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened. What do you mean? If you really thought Dark killed Marshall, you good? You wouldn't have wiped away the blood. What else could I have done in that situation? Lana, I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. Fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them. She didn't, though. What?
I'm on Twitter.
Oh. Anything fun?
Someone had tweeted at one point, name an actor who, no matter what the role, they always play themselves. I'll go first. Ryan Reynolds. And then someone posted like 4 pictures of Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
From 4 different movies. I'm like, wait, those are 4 different movies? That looks like the exact same movie.
Can you send me that?
Oh yeah, I'm posting it on the meme channel.
Please. But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office. Detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and camera with me. Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go. I never miss anything.
Emergency luminol. I love that. She's so cute.
Emma's great. I never miss anything. I got every last piece. Which I feel like is a contradiction, but... Because I have the shard. No, I don't have the shard. I glued it back in. Why did I...
What did you present?
The book. My fingers...
You pushed the wrong button.
My finger slipped. I want to freaking die. So, you illegally rearranged the crime scene. I don't have any excuse for my actions. I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I've treated you so badly all this time. It's not too late. There's still plenty of time to make up. After we've gotten to the bottom of this incident. No doubt this day will leave a permanent stain on the history of the office. More contradictions have surfaced. Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. I think I finally figured out the contradictions in her testimony. There's only one final possibility that might turn everything around.
I should have been paying attention to what she's been saying.
Okay. I think the thing was the fragments were so large, I'm sure I got them all. That... I feel nervous presenting the jar a second time, but like, the final fragment was in Gant's safe, and I don't know where he found that, but I don't think she gave it to him. Because I'm thinking Gant found that somewhere.
I mean, so what else makes sense? Is there anything else at all that makes sense?
I have 3 pages of stuff.
Okay, but is there anything that immediately makes sense?
Not really.
So try it. I know you accidentally flubbed up, but...
I'm so mad! Miss Guy, I believe this jar conceals the truth of even you were unaware of. It feels wrong to present the same evidence a second time.
You presented this jar so many times, actually, dude.
I mean, second time in a row.
I know.
Like, it ties a lot together, but I mean, second time in a row, it's weird.
Yeah.
We found the final piece of this jar in Gant's safe. Though it does technically, it technically counts as the final piece. It's like, in the chief safe, but how? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Yep, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you.
Oh, and this is where the blackmail comes in!
Yeah. Because that's what I was thinking, like, he
smashed the jar, took the piece away himself, hid it in his safe.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Can you believe it?
I love the judge so much.
He's so fantastic. Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. I'm glad everybody just ignores him. Oh, that. There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Gant. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? No.
Yeah.
No, I cannot.
Judge has got some splaining to do.
Yeah, splaining, Judge, come on.
I might say Gant, not Judge.
Gant? Judge Gant? Wait, I'm not the one on
No.
trial here. Yet. Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. Judge is a fish out of water. I think he always is. He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence! Whoa, edgy! But why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark, sparing Emma. And therein lies the reason. The reason why Sky became the Chief's puppet. Oh, she just bit blood out of her hand. No, I did it on my own.
Because Edgeworth is tired of Gant's bullshit.
Yeah, I think everybody is. Where are there 2 defense lawyers? Nah, Edgy wants us to end. Gant sucks. Please, sis, stop trying to protect the Chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client.
Except she's not your client.
I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth. Thanks. Wait a minute. Darkness. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap? Something in the wrong, right? You have that look again. Lana may be right after all. What? So you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright? Emma, no! This guy, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Marshall might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Marshall. Sky, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-exam may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify. About what I really saw.
Ooh, we're getting the actual stuff. Let's go!
Maybe.
Spill that tea!
I'll believe it when I see it. The witness may testify once more for the final time. The actual crime scene. Alright. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. It wasn't really a sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armor sword. You were the one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof.
You what?
I gave it to write this morning. What? To me? The book? It's a picture. Oh, it's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. Thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lana must have known. Seems right, she really does have faith in you. Very well, right. Please present this picture that you have no clue about. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right? Seem to remember getting something. Let's check the evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. I didn't know. I never really looked at the cover of the evidence law book, but I'm pretty sure she gave that to me. So
I love the cover of it.
it's so cute.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I didn't even look at it. Oh, now I can actually inspect it. Nutty. Hey, there's a picture here. Oh. Oh my. This is the actual crime scene. No other detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Mr. Wright, that piece cut out from his vest. Could that be... Oh, I was wondering what that cloth was from. The cloth we found inside Gamp's safe. The handprint. That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Whosever's fingerprints those are must be the real murderer. But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright? Anyway, let's get on with the cross-exam. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flesh out the real murderer.
Question.
Question?
There is an even ruder thing coming up soon.
Oh, for the love of...
Do you want me to tell you what you should say?
Think up some hints, I guess. Maybe? I don't know.
Do you want to know the,
What just happened? Hold up. That's not how cross-exams go. Oh, God. This loser!
Do you want me to tell you the outcome if you mess up?
Sure. Outcome is
an automatic game over!
It's an insta-kill. Alright.
Insta-kill.
Cool. I hate that. So whenever it gives me a choice, I'll get back to you on that. Come now, Audrey. Okay. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen. What now? What? Now you want... Oh, what? Now you want to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. You're not here, dude. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. Bye. He knows it. This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. Jeez, Edgy is out for blood.
He is indeed out for blood. God dang!
Gant got shocked again. I don't know how to make that noise. So what, you think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yeah, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I do not. But someone does. Someone? So, what's your excuse, Rido? Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Oh, you're talking about the... Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Just right? I feel like I know what the rude thing is. If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. If you have any more evidence, present it now, and if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries.
The game is being so rude!
I better
Holy
think this through carefully.
shit!
I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Marshall. Alright, so,
Oh,
brainstorm time. Hold up, real quick. Just
okay.
my thought process.
Before anyone gives any answers here, let's hear Ian's thought process.
Yeah, I'm not gonna look at chat. Okay. So Gant knows that I have the cloth because that was in his safe. He knows that I took stuff from his safe. He knows that I have it because I had the vase piece. So why wouldn't I have the safe? He also knows I have fingerprint stuff. So I probably know that Emma has fingerprints on there. So I can't really... I feel like I can't. I have to show it. Because otherwise, Gant's going to be like, he's lying. Here's the evidence. And then he pulls it from my pocket. And the judge is like, well, you're fired.
Well, what happens if we do show the evidence, though?
If I show the evidence, Emma is screwed.
So why here would it help progress to figure out that Gant did indeed do it?
Gant has very shifty eyes. So that's what you
He
want to
does.
pick. Why not look at chat? That's not nice. Then Emma's convicted. Yeah, exactly.
So I will go ahead and say, one of these options right here will give you an instant game over.
Really, the 50-50 chance thing.
Yes.
One of them will give me an instant game over.
One of these gives you an instant game over.
Thanks. Lose your job or have Emma go to prison. I feel like I have to show the evidence.
Why?
Because otherwise, Gant's gonna call me out on it.
Or can he though?
Probably.
He cannot testify anymore. He has revoked his testimony. He cannot do anything at this point.
Well, that's not a testify thing though. He would just be like, nah, he has it.
He would
My
have to
safe is
explain
empty.
himself. Well, the thing is, like, he would have to explain what's up if you don't show anything, right?
So it's not show, I guess.
Is it?
If you don't tell me, I'm looking it up myself.
Do you want me to tell you?
Yes.
Cannot show. That's the correct answer.
Okay.
The game is so mean! You
Yeah.
were about to get a game over.
Well, yeah.
You were about to get a game over.
Because that doesn't... I don't know. I feel like that's... I don't know. I also kind of want to see me get game over, to be honest. I don't know what the game over looks like. They're probably
Maybe a
bunch of
different case. Maybe we can do a post-stream thing.
Yeah, maybe. I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie? Cat? You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. See, that's exactly what I was thinking. The conclusive evidence. Okay, I have a theory, I guess. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Cat? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. Also, hi, Mary. Things are insane. Lying is bad. No.
No! No!
I love that emote, Mary. That's a great emote.
It is good. Is that, that's like one of Tom's, right?
Yep.
Okay. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area? It looks like part of it's been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the department. Oh, right. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Righto. See, I thought he was gonna. Oh, I was kind of right. My theory that I mentioned a second ago was like that he was gonna lose his cool, and he kind of did.
Yeah.
He just outed himself. So, okay, that makes sense.
Mary, you're not you're not a tsundere.
Well, like, fun fact: Mary actually recorded that clip. Did a really phenomenal job. I can't just let you pin me up as a murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. You can't do that.
Sure he will.
What? You mean you admit to it? You can't testify anymore. It's illegal. I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. So you really were manipulating her. I knew Lana, if I made it look like the blame lay with her sister, that when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky. I'm a tsundere, alright. Santa. Holiday Santa. As opposed to casual Santa? Hawaiian Santa. Vacation Santa. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I had 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. Holiday Santa's best Santa? 2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe? But why? For insurance, of course. Insurance? Also known as blackmail. I was sure my plan would work, but it's also best to be prepared for the worst. True. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean we were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence? What do you take me for, a fool? I didn't make police cheap by dumb luck. See this jaw fragment? I hit the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces. But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar, too? Oh, Merry Christmas. Your thighs are sore? Because of leg day? You just got back from walk, probably, for the woos. Some people just don't know when to quit, do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. What do you have? Oh, he's just talking about the cloth. Come on, Righto. Cough it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? So you admit to it, then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth. Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's better than being portrayed as murder. Cardio exercise? Gotcha. Well, right, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Righto. You should have shown it then, before it was too late. It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. I have to ask.
Okay, so
I have
there's
to
no
ask.
automatic. There was only one automatic game over moment. This is not one of them. You're past the automatic game over.
Okay.
So this next bit is you have to be really smart. You have to be really smart and very observant on something that you just found out you had.
Like I already... Oh, the picture. Okay.
Yes, there's going to be a detail in the picture that we've not examined it too much about. But it's not coming up quite yet.
Oh, so I... Okay.
Yes. So,
I would say show evidence. Probably.
Yes. Yes.
So it is show evidence. Okay.
It is indeed show evidence. There's less pressure on at this point. Less pressure.
Okay.
No more automatic game overs.
I was worried. I do have evidence to present now. Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
Before we do this, let's take a look at that picture.
Yeah, I know.
We've not checked it out.
I was just about to, because I didn't realize that it was added to the 4th page. That's why I'm really glad that I just inherently go left. Alright. Let me make sure the screen isn't blocked by anything. No, I think that should be good. Alright.
Okay, so I want you to tell me how this picture looks. What's going on here? What do you notice?
Lots of blood.
Lots of blood. There's like nowhere there's not blood.
The shadows are right. The tie is a little ripped. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything.
Well, he did get stabbed in the chest.
Yeah, but it doesn't go, like, all the way through.
Yeah, fair.
So, as kind of noted that.
Okay, that's something I'm noticing too.
I don't really notice anything else aside from the cutout piece and the cut on the,
Yeah. Okay, so what's the piece of evidence you want to present here?
Will lied, this is game over if you pick wrong. Is it?
According to the guide I have up, it doesn't say it. Okay.
The one you wanted to
So
do.
you feel like you got everything, right?
I think so.
Alright, so what piece of evidence do you want to present at this moment?
So are you playing mind games then? Again?
Am I?
Yes. Probably.
Am I?
You always are. You never stop. Piece of cloth? What other stuff is there? Oh, that's blocking.
I'm not mind gaming him, I'm just trying to make him think.
You're mind gaming me. That's mind gaming.
I'm
'Cause
not mind gaming, I'm just making you think.
here I am, about to convict poor Emma to freaking jail. I can't do anything with this still. And then the picture doesn't have much else. Wish I could rearrange items. Meow, meow, choco, chow.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Gantz did talk about what was hiding in his safe. So what was in his safe?
The cloth in the jar. Peace.
Okay. We already know about... Yeah, okay.
I hate you.
Okay.
So much. You effectively led me off of the thing that I was going to do. Like, I was gonna look at the
prepping you
picture.
for something else.
I'm watching you. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Also, Will.
Shut up.
Yeah, he led me off of it. Starling. You personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Actually, Will.
Alright, then I'll just be quiet for the next one.
Actually, Will. I think since you're stalling, you did it.
Did I? Did I do it?
Yes. Don't be quiet for the next one, please. At least you finally brought it out into the open.
I will be quiet for the next one. You don't need my help, Carity.
Shut up.
What part of that was helpful? I'll see, I guess, but there's a handprint on this piece of cloth. The prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. Actually, at the moment, that picture was not helpful. It's helpful for the next thing, probably. But Not right now. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean it could not have been forged? It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. Oh, happy Easter. You are as slow on the uptake as ever, Woofy. Think about it. Righto had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose prints are on that? Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever the prints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well. I'll tell you. Should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person to whom these fingerprints belong to I mean, it's still Emma. I feel bad about saying her again.
I said I wasn't helping.
That in turn throws me off. See, I mean, we already know
You
it.
cannot trust a word I say!
No, I cannot.
Perfect.
Perfect. Emma Sky. What? They're mine. I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I think I had a eureka moment, though.
Did you?
Maybe.
What's your,
I mean, she
your,
was already passed out when he went in, so all he had to do was press her hand really hard on the thing. Maybe. You're really something, Righto. You knew this girl did it all along. And you still tried to pin the murder on me. So it's true. Tragic but true. This girl really did shove Marshall to his death. How could you? You monster. You knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't... Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet. But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career, too! Got in the palm of my hand. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. Ooh, I'll have your badge, boy. This one? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue. Aren't you gonna tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer? So much silence from Phoenix. Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh? And what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you're absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil, you ask? It was Emma Sky, wasn't it? Alas, it was not. I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What? Contradiction? What was this fool babbling about? Looks at Edgy. Edgy's just like, I don't know. I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is.
You've
Just let it go.
killed me.
Good.
Also kind of fitting. This piece of cloth. What could it possibly contradict? Get your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold! The piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth.
It's a blue badger.
badgered. Alright, so what contradicts the cloth?
Do I think Ian will get this?
Probably
Ah,
not.
there's a 50-50 chance he gets it.
What contradicts the cloth? Probably a stabby thing. Maybe. I have very little faith. Same. Hold on. I need to check something real quick.
No. No. Bad Ian. No cheating.
Alright,
I will bonk you.
bring it. Okay, so... There's nothing really in here aside from... cloth and slit and tie. I didn't
Okay.
cheat, by the way. I checked the text. Coworker asked if I had the schedule. I do not. Is there something in here? Oh, wait. Yeah, that makes sense.
Dang it.
Now the question is, I wish I didn't see that, because I was still brainstorming.
Yeah.
But I guess I present.
But now...
I probably present the picture then. But now what?
Do you want to try it?
I'm not listening to you. What exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture this guy took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes. His shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. But that piece of cloth... clean as a whistle. Wait. There's no blood on it. Since Emma's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, this is nonsense. Now then, Gant, let me ask you something. Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Lana Skye? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armored sword. Lance. Spear. And then to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death.
I think it's a halberd.
It might be a halberd. Said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer.
An actual reason to be shocked.
Yeah. It's finally all over. Unless... Mortal Kombat music remix? Who's objecting? I'll kill you. Oh. 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 Oh! That was close, Righto. You almost had me. Your face says otherwise, dude. Sorry. Oh, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute him? You see, that piece of cloth is illegal evidence. Hoo-hoo. Yo, everybody just shut up.
Shut up.
illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Archie? Earlier, old Righto here concealed that piece of cloth. It's legal, but who cares? I have nothing in it. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. But that's not fair. Did you actually think you could best me in court? Looks like the last laugh's on you, son. I say. I'm afraid Gap's claim is legally correct. Well, gee. True. Legal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal. Well, right? It seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Right, do you admit to it?
All according to Kate.
That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth. What are the consequences?
Doesn't say any clear ones, so what do you think the answer is?
Too many people making mind games with me. Alright, I did purposely and illegally conceal it so that I could prove
was it
him.
illegal? Was it actually illegal?
I think it's both. I don't know what would make it not.
Oh, so you've already forgot.
Yeah. I have. Because my brain is fried.
Is it?
Mostly because of you.
Why would it be illegal? What makes it illegal?
Because they said so. I admit I refused to present it at one point. So the evidence is illegal. That's not what I said. No, it isn't, yeah. What? Wait, what? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, Archie. Don't listen to his lies. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really believe. You begging? There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Throw your badge at them. Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier, you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now. Okay, that would be the book. Shall be shown without the approval of the police department, which was Detective Gumshoe. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial, which it wasn't really at the time, kind of. Alright, so just the book. They're probably going to ask me which rule, too. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. It has a cute little ducky on it.
It does.
What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Literally this morning. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth. Nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in the book, the second rule. I went to law school, my judge. Push-up glasses. Here's my textbook. Rule 1, that thing that I just said. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. Goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. Okay, that's fair too. Rule 2. And here is the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance. Judge just looks at you and tells you to leave. Alright. Phoenix, I've had enough of you. I think we all have. Go home. Get some sleep. You have bags under your eyes. Crow's feet. Phoenix's feet, Judge. Go home. Between the cloth and the incident. What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and... Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. That person, the person who gave it value as evidence, was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Verify this once more. Day of the crime. You personally cut this out. Oh, yes. No. It was then that you proved this cloth as conclusive evidence. I love that. Yep, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that can be. Damon Gant. The killer was you. Yes, Gant.
He's got one more trick up his sleeve.
Ah, yeah, he sure does. Yeah.
He's coming like a madman.
I feel like that's evidence enough. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. Oh, that good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department, trying to get something. I'm going into Marshall's accent. He's turning into a kaiju. He is. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've got to help me. But Goodman turned him down, as he oughta. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. Ooh. What are you talking about, Goodman? Can you please reopen that investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a good feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint on Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. Leaving the prosecution's car aside. How? How could you get Sky involved in all of this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So... you left the jar fragments and the glove. Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them, they do their jobs well, much to my dismay. You are a bad guy, but you are not a bad guy. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. I am your father. My dad died in an elevator. Oh. One day you'll understand.
Why an elevator?
Did you not see that part?
No?
Okay, well, in the last trial, where...
I'll just watch the VOD.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Continue.
Believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone. Yeah, that was a good case. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Aji. What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. Yeah, Edgy was in big doo-doo and we had to defend him. That's correct. Sorry, Gant.
Oh, there were so many people that were just in a lot of shit.
Yeah. God. I knew you
Emma, Lana, Edgy.
Oh no, she's talking about the last case. He was.
Oh yeah.
He was in trouble.
I saw the beginning of that case.
Yeah, just not the ending.
Yeah.
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Fun fact.
Indeed.
I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Edgy. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Now you have Raito here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. And multiple objections.
That wound up not being super bad.
Yeah.
He wasn't a terrible person.
No.
He wasn't the scum of the earth. He was just...
Like I said,
Yeah.
he's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
There are two things I want you to understand. Yeah? First, you're an idiot. Your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. Sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all of your trouble. My, what high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Oh, look at that smile. She's smiling.
That's a smile you protect.
Look at her. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. The Sky, and you too, Edgeworth.
She was more serious with that look.
And you. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me. I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. She still looks dead inside, not a very attractive character. Hey, that smile was great. I don't know what you're talking about, liar.
That is a smile you protect with your life.
Yeah, she should wear it more often. I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Edgy. Stop it. I only did my job. It's not a fake smile.
I think after everything that she's gone through, and like the resolution that we've seen here, it's not fake.
I mean, she's still kind of dead inside. That doesn't just go away.
Yeah, it's gonna take some time for that deadness to come back to life.
Yeah. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky. Yes, you're innocent of murder. However, although the chief's blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. Trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yeah, I understand. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Well, this trial has gone on for too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty. As for Damon Gant,
I'm going to jail!
Yeah.
that is all. This court is adjourned. She, minorly
She's only guilty in being an accomplice. She never killed anyone.
Yeah, an accomplice due to freaking blackmail. It doesn't count.
Sam, keep in mind, this trial was for murder.
Moida. Double Moida.
It wasn't for anything else other than murder.
Yeah. That's why they have to have another case.
Yeah,
another
so
trial like
she's
that.
not done doing the whole court thing, but she's done on the account of murder.
Yeah. And she has less dead inside. At long last, it's finally over. What a long case. Emma, why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now after the trial ended. I can see why Maya Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks. And to you too, Edgeworth. Suffered every bit. You've done well. You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Kinda.
He totally is. Again.
Just a little bit. Emma's over here crying. I guess I am. I'll come back later.
Oh, Gumshoe.
Wait, Gumshoe. Wait, what is it? We actually have another witness. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run around all while on duty. To top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals.
You said that last time too.
Yes. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding. Oh, are you here because of my sister again? Nope. Not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? I'm taking you to the jail. No, that's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Lana. Should you be doing this? Probably not. She's still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't. He's such a bro. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day, 2 years ago. Was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years.
Yeah.
I faintly heard it, but I heard it. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Whew. I'm such a fool, it took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course! No murder! You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Look at that smile. Oh, Emma.
It's such a precious smile. Ah!
It's so good. It's so good. Ow.
Nah.
No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. Phoenix, nobody asked. At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe, me. Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here.
One edgy boy.
God, I love his angry face. Where was he hiding? I just came to say... No, wait, I mean, I came to say congratulations. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. I should have the entire NG clip of the congratulations just on the soundboard.
Yes.
It's like minute long, but it's worth it. I'll be going now. Edgeworth,
Yep.
What was that?
Don't worry about it.
I will.
Don't
Don't.
worry about it. It's nothing.
But...
It's nothing to worry about. I misclicked, okay?
I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly. Not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say. I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes. Edgy, you're really... read the room. Come on. You're bringing everybody down. Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Gant was right. You and me, we're the same. Mary. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. Phoenix, I'm gonna have my own game. I'll be across the country if you need me. But Edgy, who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue as prosecutor. Don't you understand? Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma, we're both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Oh yeah. What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about.
Present your badge.
Evidence. Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. Goodman's ID. Anything but the badge. That might mean something to you, but I don't see how it had anything to do with our partnership. What was the right answer?
I actually do not know.
It doesn't say? Seems you still have a lot to learn as well. Guess that wasn't the right piece of evidence.
I think there's actually like a piece of evidence that does make sense here. Oh, okay, yeah, I know.
What is it? It's not like I get a second chance.
Well, let's see if we do.
I don't. They did this at the end of the last case. I don't. It's the evidence list? You don't believe me.
No, I don't believe you.
I legitimately don't. The music ended, he's leaving. I don't get another chance at that. If you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
Oh no.
He can't beat me anymore. The pain has ended.
I was being stupid. I wasn't even mind gaming.
I legitimately thought it was the badge because of you. Just kind of went with it. Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. Seems I owe you my thanks too, right? How does the evidence list make sense, though?
Because it was what Edgeworth said.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's like half as long as a regular
that was like
evidence list.
That was like 2 weeks ago. Actually, was that last week? I don't know. What I face now is my problem. Edgy, I'll be waiting for you in court. Farewell. Bye.
Thinking I was gonna mind game you. I was just being stupid. My mind games are that I'm just stupid.
I'd better be going to. Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon. Seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Scientific investigation with the same ducky. I hope he's a recurring character. Here, this is a little something for you. You know who I hope isn't a recurring character?
Oh no, he's totally gonna be. You know it.
Yeah, he will. Scientific investigation. It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis. I will. And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. A flashback to that image. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I'm going to sleep. I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own.
But
A journey to
his last name is
rediscover myself.
Butts.
I will be in the mountains. Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. What is it, detective? I'm trying to have a moment. There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, there's another witness. I can't stop doing that. She isn't supposed to be out of jail like this. I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks in prison are a different story. I have to go detain her. Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side. Yeah, well... You see, right here's the one who will be footing the bill.
You what?
It's not Danganronpa. What's the name of the game after this one in this game series? Oh, well, I mean, there's Phoenix Wright too. Do you mean for this day? Because, for this day I'm going to, do Evoland. I think that's what it's called, right? I'll go into detail in a second. What, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal. Yeah, there is a number 2. I mean, it's not called 2. I think it's Trials and Tribulations?
No, that's 3.
That's 3? What's 2?
2 is Justice for All!
Justice for All! That's right. This is a trilogy on Steam. They have Ace Attorney, this one, Justice for All, and Trials and Tribulations, all in this package. So I get to mess with my... Hopefully I have a cord by then. I don't know when I'm gonna get to Phoenix Wright 2, but, like, probably soon, because this was fun. Phoenix Wright is long, indeed. And then after 3, there are some games that I don't know how I'm going to get to. Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're
And
the
then at
best.
some point, on occasional Sundays, we're playing Stardew.
Yeah, that too. Why is it?
Whatever Ian's found that is.
I suddenly feel like I want to scream. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together? Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys, let's go. Objection. Oh, hey, it's new credits thing. I gotta blow off the dust. Hold on. Okay, so now that there's credits too, so yeah, Evoland. It's on Steam and Switch. There are 2 games, Evoland 1 and 2. I don't know how long either of them are. Oh, there's a little epilogue. I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. Huh. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Who's going to take over for Gant? Then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma.
Maybe it's one edgy boy.
Please don't let Edgy take over for Gant. So yeah, if Evoland's short, then I'll do Evoland 2. If it's long, then I don't know. And also, as Will said, we're gonna do Stardew Valley on Sundays occasionally. Not this Sunday. I don't know if anything's happening this Sunday, but maybe next Sunday. If he's up for it. I thought I was a goner for a moment there. In the end, though, They overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If we penalized you any more, it'd be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily. Proud of you, Gumshoe. Alright. What's Evil Land? Why are you not doing Danganronpa? Because he hates me. No! Stop it. I can't do visual novel again. Not 2 visual novels in a row. I need a break. If anything, Danganronpa might be after Evil Land. Maybe. We'll see. Though I was also kind of considering Metroid Prime 2, but I'll flip a coin or vote. Actually, maybe we could do a poll. What to do after Evil Land?
Yeah, we can do that later on. Not today necessarily.
Yeah.
It's Meekins!
Hi, Meekins.
My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Betty. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner is keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them though. Someday, I'm going to make detective. Yes, sir! Then I can be just like that Dick Gumshoe.
You said Gumshoe.
He did.
Glad Meekin showed up again. I guess we'll probably get everybody in the case. Angel Star and Mr. Marshall. So are you good with Stardew next Sunday if all goes
This
well?
upcoming Sunday or the following one?
Oh wait. Next Sunday.
This upcoming one or the following one?
Do you not know what next Sunday means and this Sunday?
Shh.
This Sunday generally means this coming Sunday. Next is the one after that.
Sometimes next can be the one that comes up next.
No.
It depends on who you're talking to.
Not in terms of weeks. Those people are wrong.
They are, but they're also confusing, so I clarify by being a bit more specific. Also, it's a Blue Badger.
Yes, it is. I should be reading his dialogue. Oh no. For our fallen soldier, the Blue Badger. He fell. Gumshoe's not gonna be happy. You didn't answer my question. Oh wait, hold on, I have to be a countryman. What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? You're shaving with your knife again. Miss Star managed to sneak this into me. She's seeing one of the guards, it seems. Not the guy behind me. Well, cowboy, looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? Sure. That was the worst death I've ever seen.
What was your question?
Stardew next Sunday.
Yeah, sure. I should be good. Right?
Okay.
Maybe.
I'm still
Most
not.
likely.
I'm still not sure if I'm good, but
Okay.
yeah, just now we know that you are. Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. Why the pause?
That's a good question. Why the pause?
As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu. The Right Way Lunch.
I love it!
That's so cute. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory.
Also, Hernell, necklace is an octopus.
Yeah. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around exam time. You're right. Wait, that's a canon thing? Just make sure not to eat it backwards. Oh, I see. That was wordplay. Nice. That was it was such a giant pause. Ben Judd. Still not sure how we'll handle Stardew, but it should make for a good chill stream for Sundays. Kaori Funkayoshi. Funky. Judge! I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Judge, you should get a new job. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Up? Down? Anyway, he said he's been doing something or other for, how many years? Anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better be... Huh? Oh no. I forgot my gavel. Sorry, gotta go. Wow. Is that what the chair looks like?
It is.
Huh. Stardew is meh. It's not that great. Tried it, got super bored, then uninstalled it. Well, you don't try things for too long, rather. I know Will likes it because of
I do like it.
fishing.
No, I mean, I don't. In this last playthrough, I've not done as much fishing as I normally do.
I just wanted to call you out on fishing again. I like doing that. I have no experience, obviously, or knowledge of it, really. I just know it's 2D Harvest Moon. Maya!
Maya!
Nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Your objection! I wish she had an objection.
Objection!
Yeah, I can't do it too loud right now. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. Mystic Maya. Afternoon training is about to begin. Come in. Well, I'll see you around, Nick. Bye, Maya. I'll see you in the next game.
Why there's so many fucking people in that?
I doubt I could even watch someone play it. It is a very chill game, though. That's
It's very chill.
Yeah, I figure it's super chill. So occasionally we'll be doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna be a weekly thing. It's gonna be whenever we're both free on Sundays.
Yeah, pretty much. Sundays are still gonna be, you know, it's not gonna be Sunday specific. It's not gonna be Stardew Sunday specifically all the time. Though I do like the alliteration. But just Sunday, Stardew every now and then on a Sunday. Otherwise, I'm still gonna maybe do Smash here or there and Animal Crossing and stuff.
Sunday is a whatever day.
Yeah, Sunday's whatever day. Chill day. Specifically chill. What? Mr. Edgeworth? I brought you your tea. What's going on? What is going on? Bellboy, you're hired. I quit. Please let the Bellboy be in Justice for All. Come on. I don't know what that was all about, though. Oh, I never explained Evoland. Evoland is, to my knowledge anyway, it's kind of an RPG, but not really. Hi, Emma. Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. Did she sneak a picture in there for you? I hope so. Yeah, and I have to... Hold on. If it connects. Please.
Controller's not working.
No, because I thought I was done. Did it time out?
I think it did.
Oh, for the love of...
Wow, what a glorious end.
It's because it was still the credits. For the love of God. What did it say the picture? Thanks, controller. Good time. Tech issues wouldn't be a stream without it. True. Alright, hold on. I need to bring up what that picture was. I'm going through the final case again. I just unlocked that picture. No. We're not done yet. Hold up. Ready for me to type with my keyboard on? My soundboard on? What do I type?
Uh-oh.
Oh?
Never mind. Everything's fine. Everything's done. Don't worry about it.
It's not. Turn that off. No. Why did it go to this? Alright. What is that? Come on, YouTube. Come on, YouTube. Well, because my PS4 controller decided to screw up things. No, don't go to sleep yet. I'm waiting on YouTube to load. Of course, Will could always help me out with a stable internet connection.
Objection!
That was loud. Phoenix. That was loud. Hey, Will.
Yeah?
Could you just look up the credits for Rise from the Ashes and link it to me?
Yeah, sure.
Because that was suffering. Wow, that was bad. Jeez. That was almost as bad as my...
Please!
Oh, for the love of...
There we go. Nope, there's another one. Never mind.
Just link it to me. I'm gonna have to...
Working on it. I'm making sure it's the right video.
Oh, I see.
It's the wrong video. You're looking for the end credits, right?
Yeah. Hold on.
Working on it.
No. You're taking too long.
I'm trying my best, okay?
Not you. I'm talking to Fire. Sam's taking too long.
Oh, it's just the music.
Nice. Hold on. I think I have it.
Okay.
Which that letter will also.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, there's nothing that really shows off like the actual like end credits.
Oh, that's so crunched up. I found the DS ending. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not finding anything.
Hold on. We're just going with that. This is important, even if it looks garbage. that. It's from the DS version. That's what we're ending on. Looks
Okay.
so bad. But it's cute. And now, it is an impressive find, isn't it? Somebody managed to record the DS version. Get this lovely thing. Yeah. Just imagine that it's pretty. HD. Now, I'm gonna end stream and throw, it's not the controller's fault, actually. I'm gonna throw the cord across the room. So, yeah, because that's actually the real culprit. Screw this thing. This thing's bad. Alright, good night all. Next week is Evoland. Should be a good time, I hope. Very unique and interesting game, it looks like. I hope. Good night all.
Good night.
It's not the controller's fault, it's the cord. Objection!